This is a vital time of year for many farmers in our area. It's time to make hay. WFXR's George Noliff joins us in studio. Georgie, what's the outlook for hay this year?
Not bad. Not great. Could be better. Might get worse. How's that for non-committal? Hey, how y'all doing, folks? Hay is an important crop for a few reasons. For hay farmers, no, it's how they make their money. For other farmers, it's how they supplement feed or create bedding, filler, or cover. So what happens right now could have an impact on what happens the rest of the year on a lot of farms.
Those feed yards out west, a lot of that beef comes from right here.
And what that beef eats comes from right here too. We're talking about hay. A lot of Virginia cattle and other livestock don't get raised and shipped without hay. So Robert Janney goes to work growing and making it.
If you're making wet hay or high moisture hay, sometimes you don't want the sun beating down on it. Because
he says there's a skill to it and you need a little help from the weather.
Or now if you're making dry hay, the sun's your friend, you got a little breeze stirring. The way we'd always done it, get you a handful of hay and try to pull it in two. That's kind of the best way to tell when you're ready to go.
And the weather, at some points too dry and then too cool, is the reason the hay crop has been off a bit this year. In fact, earlier this spring, it looked like the hay crop was on the verge of disaster. That outlook has changed.
The hay's come on, the weather's got a little better. So it's going to be below average, maybe 20, 30, for some people 40%, but it's certainly going to be better than we thought it was going to be in early spring.
So we went from dire to okay in just a matter of weeks. We could go from okay to good still too. Scott Baker, the last guy we heard from in that story, is the Virginia Cooperative Extension Agent for Bedford County. He says if the weather cooperates, hay growers could get multiple cuttings before the summer's through. And that could help raise crop numbers.
George, any idea of the impact hay has on Virginia's economy?
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize this, Tony. It's pretty substantial. The USDA says it's in the neighborhood of $330 million when you consider that other farmers, as well as the construction, landscaping, greenhouse, and pet care industries all depend on it. It's a pretty vital crop.
I feel like the average person doesn't actually fully grasp how much of an impact the lack of hay or how much hay you have can impact a lot of different things.
Right, because if they're paying more for hay, you're paying more for that steak or chicken.
Yeah, 100%. All right, thank you, George.